Hello, my name is Jacob Woodward. I am a future educator, and this video is for my early adolescent and adolescent psychology class. It is in regards to the disposition to teach. So it's a list of questions. The first question is, what dispositions do you possess will make you successful as a teacher? First being fairness, treating all students with the same respect and compassion that they deserve, no matter what their background is, their socioeconomic status, their religion, does not matter, treating them all the same. I'm also caring, being concerned for the students' well-being, their home life, and, how they, on a daily basis, feel. And lastly, I would say moral judgment, being able to distinguish what is right and wrong, because as an educator, that is important, because, I'll be dealing with students that, are still developing psychologically, and they really don't know sometimes what is right and wrong. Sometimes teachers are the last line of defense for the adolescent psyche, because their family never taught them, what is right and wrong. So, the next question is, what dispositions do you need to work on before you enter the classroom as a first-year teacher? I had one, which was transparency, being able to be honest with students and kind of letting them into my life. Most of my life, I've kind of been a closed-off person. And it's just, it's hard for me to let people in sometimes, but I think as an educator, I should be able to let, my students into my life and, let them feel like they trust me, and actually have them trust me. And I don't think they'll be able to do that if I'm not very open with them. So I'm trying to work on becoming more open and, letting people into my life. The next question is, what attributes should a professional educator have, and how should they behave? What standards guide their thinking and actions? I believe that it is fairness and also strong morals. I think just as a professional, no matter what, there should be no bias. There should be nothing that keeps an educator from, treating a child fairly. Also, holding to having strong morals, because, that kind of guides how everyone thinks, their morals, and it's their guidelines for life. And I think that educators must have strong morals, because it's a strong guide for how they should live their life, and that's how they should, keep students accountable for their actions, and their fellow coworkers accountable for their actions. The next question is, how might teacher dispositions positively or negatively influence the psychological and moral development of adolescents? I believe that they should positively influence, adolescent development, having these strong morals and ethical behavior. It should influence these children in a positive way, because, like I said before, adolescents may not get any positive influence from their family or whoever they interact with, and teachers interact with students and adolescents more than anybody else, and so they should have strong morals and good ethical behavior to teach these kids what good ethical behavior is, because these kids may never get it from anybody else. Next, how will you uphold the expectations of the profession, including codes of ethics, professional standards of practice, and relevant laws and policies? Simply, I'll just ask my coworkers to, hold me accountable, and I'll hold them accountable for their actions. And just always remind myself that I must be a role model for these students, And lastly, how will you promote healthy moral development with your students in your future classroom? I'll just first and foremost model healthy behavior, because, your actions speak louder than words. And I think that if you show students what is right and what is wrong, and use the experiences in classroom and make examples of people, I think that it will, promote healthy moral development. So, thank you. That is all.